All right, today we're going to dig into literally one of the most unique celebrations on the entire planet. It's this one incredible night where art and, well, agriculture just collide in the most spectacular way.
So let me ask you something. I want you to picture the most ordinary, maybe even boring root vegetable you can think of. Got it? Okay. Now, what if I told you that for one single night a year, that humble vegetable gets transformed into absolutely breathtaking folk art?
Yep, you heard that right. We are heading to Oaxaca, Mexico for the incredible La Noche de Rabanos, or in English, the Night of the Radishes. And trust me, it is exactly as wonderfully strange and amazing as it sounds. Okay, so when you think of Mexico, you probably think of these amazing, vibrant festivals, right? Well, this one's in a whole other league. It's a Christmas tradition that takes a simple root vegetable and makes it the star of the whole show. It's got to be one of the country's most unique and beloved events. Now, what makes La Noche de Rabanos so special is that it is a one-night-only deal. That's it. Every single year on December 23rd, the main town square, they call it the Zocalo, in Oaxaca City gets completely taken over by these incredible radish sculptures. And this isn't some new fad. It's been a huge part of Christmas in Oaxaca for over a century. But you've got to be wondering, how in the world did this even start? I mean, why radishes, of all things? Well, the story behind it is honestly just as fascinating as the festival itself. It's this wild mix of colonial history, some really clever marketing, and just a deep, deep love for art. So let's jump back in time a bit. First off, the radish isn't even native to Mexico. It was brought over by Spanish colonists way back in the 16th century. And the legend goes, and you're going to love this, that a couple of very clever friars had a brilliant idea. To get more people to come to their market stalls for the Christmas vigil, they told the farmers, hey, why don't you carve the radishes into interesting shapes? And guess what? It totally worked. People loved it. So much so that by 1897, the whole thing was so popular that the mayor of Oaxaca at the time, Francisco Vasconcelos Flores, went and made it an official competition. And that's really the heart of it all, isn't it? What started out as just a smart marketing trick to sell more vegetables blossomed into this huge, formal, beloved celebration of Oaxacan creativity and folk art. It went from commerce to culture, just like that. Okay, so that's the history. But how do they pull this off today? Because let me tell you, these are not the radishes you're picking up at the grocery store. No way. There's a whole science to it, a mix of special farming and just incredible speed. Let's break down how it all comes together. So it all starts with growing them. These special radishes are grown in their own designated fields, and they are heavily fertilized to get them absolutely enormous. They're harvested right before the festival, around December 18th, and from that moment on, it is a total race against the clock. The artisans got their hands on these giant radishes and have only a few days to carve them into these complex, detailed scenes before the big night. And when I say enormous, I am not kidding. We're talking radishes that can grow up to 50 centimeters long. That's nearly 2 feet. But, and this is a big but, because of the way they're grown to get that big, they are purely for art. You definitely cannot eat these things. Which brings us to the festival night itself. I mean, think about all that work, right? Months of cultivation, those intense days of carving, and it all leads up to a celebration that is beautiful, vibrant, and, well, incredibly brief. That's right. The entire exhibition, the whole Night of the Radishes, lasts for just a few hours. That is the entire lifespan of this unique art form. The second those sculptures go on display, they start to wilt. You know, it's that fleeting, temporary nature that makes seeing it in person so magical and so precious. And the artistry is just astounding. You'll see literally everything imaginable carved from these roots. There are traditional nativity scenes that reflect the community's deep faith, intricate little animals, and even these huge, complex dioramas of major historical events, or the energy of Oaxaca's famous Guelaguetza dance. The level of detail is simply breathtaking. But hey, while the radishes are obviously the main attraction, the creativity doesn't end there. There are 2 other official categories in the competition. Artisans also create scenes using something called totomoxe. That's dried corn husks, which they can mold into these incredible figures. And they also use flor inmortal, a type of delicate dried flower. It creates this really beautiful contrast, don't you think? You have art that's wilting right before your eyes, next to art made from things that basically last forever. So, beyond all the spectacle and the tourists, what does this festival really mean to the people of Oaxaca? Why pour so much effort into art that's only going to last for a few hours? Well, the answer really gets to the very soul of this community. There's a motto for the event that just says it all: sowing tradition, harvesting identity. See, the Night of the Radishes is so much more than a competition. It's a living, breathing act of cultural preservation. Each one of those carved scenes tells a story, passing down history, faith, and Oaxacan identity from one generation to the next. Ultimately, when you boil it all down, the festival is just this powerful testament to the human spirit's ability to find beauty absolutely everywhere and to transform the mundane into the truly magical. It's a celebration of creativity, of community, and of the unique cultural identity of Oaxaca. I love this quote, which was inspired by the festival. Humble roots become fancy art. It just perfectly captures the whole thing, doesn't it? That something we might normally overlook, something so modest, holds the potential for incredible beauty and value if we just look at it with creative eyes. And that leaves us with one final thought. As you go about your day, just look around you. What's the humble root in your life? What everyday, overlooked object holds that same kind of magic, just waiting for you to see it and sculpt it into something extraordinary?